He's the best player on the roster. And he was 17 years old at the time. He doesn't even turn 19 till around Christmas. Get on the train. This dude is going to be a star. I don't know why he should be in all the promotions. I don't see him.
The weight of generational expectations. How do you really know when you're watching the birth of a once-in-a-generation player? Not just super talented, not just elite. I'm talking about the type of athlete who changes an entire era.
Cooper in the open court. Fly it to the basket to jam it home.
Usually the signs hit early. National hype, viral clips, Sports Illustrated covers, all before the kid even touches a college court. But here's the problem. We are terrible at predicting real generational talent. For every prospect who earns the label and lives up to it, 10 more disappear into history. But then there's Cooper Flagg, a kid called generational at 16 who scrimmaged LeBron while still in high school and was projected as a #1 pick 3 years before he was even eligible. His rise has been so fast, so loud, and so overwhelming that fans can't even agree on what he is.
What a bailout for the Mavs. And it's go! He's driving! He's scoring! Yes.
Some say he might be the best player of the next era. Others insist he's the most overhyped prospect in years. So the question becomes, what actually makes Cooper Flagg worth the generational label? And are fans setting him up for greatness or for failure? The meteoric rise and reclassification. It all started quietly in 2021 when a small Maine newspaper wrote about a 14-year-old phenom they'd never seen before, a 6'7", unbelievably polished teenager. And that was one of the first times the country heard the name Cooper Flagg. He hadn't played a single high school game, and scouts were already whispering. Over the next 2 years, Flagg didn't just rise, he erupted. He transferred to Montverde Academy, leveled up instantly, and by the end of his sophomore season, the next up conversation was unavoidable. Then came the crazy part. Before even turning 17, he began drawing comparisons to LeBron, AD, Zion, and Wemby, prospects with ridiculous physical tools and NBA-ready polish. And just 1 week after those comparisons, Flagg shocked everyone again. He reclassified. He skipped an entire year, jumped from the class of 2025 to 2024, and instantly became the top player in the country against kids 1 to 2 years older. Just like that, he became the favorite to go #1 overall in the 2025 NBA draft.
The Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg from Duke University.
Only LeBron and Wemby had that kind of locked-in projection this early. Only them. Flagg joined a list of 2, testing himself against the NBA's elite. But the real test, it came before he even stepped onto a college floor. At just 17, Cooper became the first high schooler ever invited to join the USA men's select team, the squad that scrimmages the Olympic roster. Think about that. He wasn't just facing NBA players, he was facing LeBron, Steph, KD, and the entire Olympic team. Most rookies would hope to just survive those practices, blend in, hold their own, not embarrass themselves. But Cooper? He stood out. According to a straw poll from The Athletic, NBA stars on the Olympic squad were asked who was the best select team player. The answer was unanimous: a teenager, playing better than pros against the best in the world. By the end of that summer, the generational whispers became a full-on echo. College domination and the draft zone. College was supposed to be a challenge, but Cooper made it look easy. As one of the youngest players in the entire country, he immediately became the best. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, elite efficiency, elite defense, and National Player of the Year at 17. Now here's where it gets wild.
Stole it, a chance to run all the way to the other end! A dunk of a lifetime!
When you chart the top 250 college players by age and performance, you see a pattern. NBA scouts love elite plus young prospects. That tiny cluster at the top, that's the draft zone, where future stars come from. But Cooper wasn't just in the draft zone. He wasn't even close to anyone else. He was all the way above the entire chart, completely alone. A high school-aged kid outperforming every other top NCAA prospect, statistically, physically, developmentally. This wasn't hype, this was domination. But here's the part people forget. Cooper isn't the first prospect to be called generational. And history? It's ruthless. Since 2000, 12 players have worn that label. LeBron, Odin, Zion, and Wemby. Yet only 2 have truly lived up to it. Some were great, but not generational. Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis. Some flashed early but never reached the hype. Wiggins, Simmons. Some were derailed by injuries. Zion. Some were simply mislabeled. Ayton, Cade. The truth is simple. We say generational way more often than the universe actually produces one. With Wemby shaping up to be the defining star of this era, Cooper might already be fighting history before he plays a single NBA minute. Time is the only judge. So, will Cooper Flagg actually live up to the extreme ceiling placed on him? We don't know. If pre-draft hype was accurate, Zion, Simmons, and Wiggins would be the new faces of the league. And if early scouting was perfect, Jokic, Giannis, and Kawhi wouldn't even be in the NBA today. Greatness is unpredictable. Potential is a guess. And the generational label? Most prospects never deserved it in the first place. Everything about Cooper, his maturity, his skills, his numbers, screams future superstar. But only time will reveal whether he becomes a transcendent force or just another name weighed down by expectations. For now, all we can say is this: Cooper Flagg looks like he could be next, but the future will decide the truth.